this is good. Red apple. I like green with peanut butter. And I take a straight blade or a machete, something real sharp. It could be, somebody has paring knives that are sharper than some straight edge. Uncle Hilton. But for just eating plain, oh, the sweetness that comes off this. Uh-oh. Let's just see what we got. Excuse me for chewing. We got a drinker. This to me feels like I could actually use this, that I drink for medicinal purposes, reasons, and it feels that way. They really do. It really does put them in a better mood. You know why? Because they have the ability to put boundaries up, and if they have boundaries with that, that means they have boundaries with other things, or they're gonna figure out, how do I do it with this though? Do I know how to, or am I just there you go. This person will not allow themselves to be drunk. They don't like the way they feel the next day. They refuse to be a weakened spirit, you could say. I refuse to be prey. I drink to have fun or to help me deal with something. A therapeutic, right, process. It would be just dumb for me to ruin that and then pay on top of it. Yet I have done this many times. Yeah, I don't want to hide this, you know. I don't want to. I drink because I want to. This, I feel I'm close to raging, and then I'll be the drunk that you want to claim for me, right? Claim me to be. I'm going to chew this. Excuse me, and certain people are going to be able to deal with it. I don't like mixing, although I can. I'm very supernatural in what I can take in. Put it where it fits. But that doesn't mean that I want to push that. Well, I don't want to push it with that. Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to be some shit, whimsical shit. If that's a word. I think we could have created that here. Queen of Cups. Whether you're a male or a female, I want to maintain a certain... I don't want to be that nasty one that people talk about the next day or embarrass myself and have pictures, especially if you're in a public eye or people just, you have eyes on you more than your average Joe. Yeah, I don't mind a little, right? This person's like, oh, a little love. People can tell that you're buzzed. This looks like buzz to me. Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, hey. Right, or just, I'm in the mood that I wanted to achieve. I feel it. Now, what do? This is going to be something for many with whatever you're dealing with. Is gambling, right? Thank you. Do I keep pushing it to the point where now this is something I have a passion for. Passion doesn't always come with revenue. I mean, I think we put that together as well. This is reprogramming what I wish that there would be another category. I don't know what category to put my channel under. There's cards. I can't stand them. I could do this and say these things without any cards picking up on who needs to hear what, and with names and everything. John, Henry, Ryan, Atmos, Sergeant. Hello. Yep. So we'll keep going. To drink. I do this. I like to say that I would need my emotions to be in check. It's important. it affects so many other decisions and outcomes, where people have lost their jobs, have gotten divorced, lost their families, lost their freedom. I don't want to be that woman or man. And this is, I feel responsible. If I have more than 7, right? For somebody it's 5, but you know what I mean. I separate myself. This is somebody that will go sit around the corner on a bench until they are here enough that I can interact with others who may be way, way off what I am, and still be able to freely move through that. No scars, no handcuffs. In order to do that, though, they have to do this shit. Because they're loyal to themselves. I have a reputation to uphold to me. Nothing else matters in this world if it doesn't start with you. How you view yourself, how you feel about the kind of person that you have become at every stage of life. Honest with when you're not happy with yourself, though. Let's say that you say something and you can immediately feel it. You can tell that you're not happy with how you handled it. You never said anything. It's not that big of a deal, right? On both sides. I'm saying this is something small. It still sits in there, though. Yeah, it's a train of thought. Ooh, but you've got it. You can hit rewind. I don't smoke a lot. I smoke often, but I take a hit or two. So that makes sense. And it doesn't take much. Yeah, this is about as ditzy as I get. Okay, you're welcome. There's a certain level of security. I am my own security. That's what this... I am the person where maybe a celebrity or another celebrity would have a handler saying, hey man, I don't need that. You may have bodyguards and shit, but I feel like when it comes to somebody telling you let me make the mistake. You make sure I don't lose my life in the process. Right. And it was very respectful, a great, whatever this is between the two of you, it's great. And I think initially, though, if this is a man, they felt overpowered by you. But if this was a man, he would see you as a mentor. So if we could just take the and look at what you're getting from that, because it was said with heartfelt but strong, which would be what you would want from a true friend if they were a male. Thank you for listening. Yeah, it's tough with these types of women. Whew. And sometimes the outcome is too broad, and it's either because they had to be that way because of situations like that where the men take it personal, or they take it as a challenge for competition in some way. Either way, that will backfire on you. Or you become that way because you didn't recognize when you had the other type of men in your life, right? A wasp just showed up. If that means something to you, or look up what the spiritual meaning of a wasp is. I looked up one for dead wasp before, and it was about reconnecting with family, or dying wasp, or something like that. Yep. You could even have some type of public platform where I can't do it. Yeah, no, I just can't do it. And I'm on camera. That's a plus. Or some people want to start one. I'm thinking, what are the pros and cons? You can add that on there. You may not be on the thing. It'll help you. It'll keep you in balance, especially because there may be something where filters may be going away. We have to go back. I said this, and more people are like, I'm all for it. But we all have different places that we want to go back to. This is your life. Make your life and your world that place. You don't need the rest of us. You don't need society. You can create your own clothes and go get some, alter them, You know what I mean? Go to record stores that still have these records and shit. Get a record player at a thrift shop or something, some fucking pawn shop. Create that in your home or wherever this is that you spend the most time. The music. I don't know what to say about the cars. I don't know if some of you are able to do that. And then when multiple people do this, the community becomes this. But then you're going to have some that want to go back to 90s hip-hop. Do that, right? Fucking great. Then you have others that, I want all of it. I want the hip-hop. I want the, and I ran, right? I want Blondie. I want freaking Scorpions, freaking, right? I know, I don't know why I'm saying that so much. And you don't have to have this as your life now, though. Look, we have completely lost control of our lives in this way. It's scary, I know. I can feel people's emotion. Like, why can't I just do this in my own life? I can be this style today, and then tomorrow I can be something else if I want. I don't think many of us could handle all at once seeing how much of our lives we just gave up for something or someone that does nothing to feed us, right? I mean, and getting yield, right? Getting anything, however you want to word it. If I had to make all these choices, and I mean, let's say my whole family gets on a boat or a plane and poof. Am I more at peace or am I a mess? Honestly, if you didn't feel now the judgment in the eyes of people that are thinking this because of things in history that have happened, things on ID channel, shit like that. But I just lost my train of thought again. Maybe that's their way of saying move on and let them figure out the rest, right? And let me see what else I have here. To drink for medicinal reasons. I would stop. I would. If you didn't make me crazy, I would stop. You're going to have to work with me here, though. Queen of Cups. I'm a loving woman. This is a woman who I feel like you think it through first. You weigh out. The kids will be home. This is a responsible. I want to numb my. I don't know how else to deal with this. I don't know if you're on any kind of prescription medication, but I understand. This is little sips. This is what Seven of Cups reminds me of for some reason here. Little sips with the Knight of Wands. In and out. Very flight, right? It could even be a shot glass. I sip it. Because this says someone that doesn't want their marriage to end. But you feel that you are single anyway. So what would be the reason then? You're somebody's into gardening or flowers, putting things together like baskets, crafts. That says you're so good at it. You have so many ideas. Don't you feel like maybe you're being pulled to dip into that while you don't make a decision on this other thing yet. This other person may help you with some ideas. You may start creating things to favor sociopaths or people that need mental help with some humor. You feel like a hey yoga, ma'am. And I believe this with the Ten of Pentacles, I think this is, when you think, what can I do with what I have now? Don't you have a bunch of baskets from, when you put focus on this, let's just say this, let's say you don't have anything that's la-di-da to put in the basket. Imagine, take fucking rocks and shit. You're letting something know, this is what I'm interested in. You know what I mean? Try that. That's interesting. The first time I ever thought that, I think. People with products. There is a fine line. Well, fuck it then. You want listen, at some point, everybody's going to be more comfortable just saying, I'm crazy. it's going to be, oh, well then come here. And this is just me, this is a prophecy, I guess you could say, for people who have the ability. Well, I could do that. I mean, I could name my face lotion crazy face, you know what I mean? The result of my failed marriage face, shit like that, with humor. And then what do you have on the other opposite? A year and a half down the line, when you've done that, there's the whole new get down face. And create a line that goes with the effects of abusive relationships and just stressful lives and stuff. But you have to have that balance, right? You can't just have, shit for brains left me again face. You know, the just got assaulted head, right? But then you would have to have then you would have to have just got, it could be that just got tuned up. All right, yeah, tuned up head. And then I guess you would have to come up with something else to soften that, to balance the product out. I wonder how important that is. And drinks for medicinal reasons. Yeah, I would think with all this drinking that you're doing that maybe you would come up with your own line. Oh, does that mean you're going to come up with your own sandwich? Two of Wands. I mean, I can see, look at the ass on this girl that's wearing this dress. I can see your ass is getting bigger, and I think that your tits are getting bigger. So right now you're in that lucky stage where your tits are hiding your tummy and your ass looks good. This is a good figure for somebody, though. Fish and chips. Yep. Oh, and I'm telling you, oh my goodness, how do I keep this? Is that what you're wondering? Look at the curve. Look at how you move. You can feel your body moving now. I don't know what happened. You could be imagining that you look this way and it's showing, and now you feel it. I don't look at myself in the mirror as often as I look at myself in my mind, because I don't want to counteract that now, which is why for me, I will only get baths and showers if I have candles and darkness in the eye. It's about how I feel about myself. I don't like looking at myself in the light. Nobody does, you know? So I make sure that as much as I can, when I look at myself, I am overwhelmed with what I see. I'm already overwhelmed with who I am as a woman inside. This is usually the more difficult part, the outside. And I have scars, a little like splatter scars, a few. On a couple under my chin, and then on my left cheek there's just a few small ones, and sporadically all over the front of my body, and something scars. Yeah. I thought they were liver spots because they're not. They're different than what you would think for what I'm supposed to think that they are. That was another part of this experiment that he's not letting me. Can we, well, it was more or less for someone in particular or personal, can we make that person think that with the memories of the other, whether that's how they attained said scars? But back to you, lady. Huh. Yeah, with flow, I just feel like you're right. I don't like you, Teresa, but you're right. I'm happier and I move different. I'm not going to eat the second donut. I'm already full from the first one and I still have 2 bites to go. I would be stupid to do that. I may do that sometimes. That's either a way of punishing myself or reminding myself that it could get bad. That from here it could be that, right? It's depending on how you look at it. You may look at it different every time this shit happens. That's okay, because it's your fucking life. I think that the main focus on with what I do now, because I would have never exposed myself. And now it's going to be, It's uncomfortable for me to talk about the stuff that I seen on here. You understand? If you can't tell the difference and why. But now it's going to be being free. I mean, actually free. Spiritually and consciously free. Even if you're in prison, even if you're doing life. Some of you are so free on death row than others are with 6 figures in their bank account. They don't know. I don't know what it is. It's this thing where I can't touch that. This becomes some kind of weird, I can't touch it. That's for, in case. I have to keep bringing it in though. What happened? Do you know how many people did this and they passed on? And like, I didn't. For everybody else, I did. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a kind of resentment that will have somebody kill the whole family. You know what I mean? Understandably so, sometimes. Only sometimes. We don't know all the verse. I'm very careful. Yes, I am. Queen of Swords. Let me get some other cards, right? That's a request. Hello, hi, Daisy. Yep. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Inspiration with your words. If they gave awards for inspiration, it's that one. Whatever this is, you made it your life's work. To do something for the world. A reset. World suffering. This feels like a Jesus type of person. Yeah, freeing them from poverty, abandonment issues, and even bringing some type of peace in other worlds with passed on people who died. Violently, unnecessarily, through pride or overbearing. This is violent with the strength. With 5 of Wands and the strength card. But it fucking comes out. I'm gonna ask them to block that. I can't stand it. If I could say what I really wanted to say on here and get monetized too, this would be you wouldn't be able to shadow ban me. Yeah, people would wind up removing people to take the shadow bans off. Who knows? King of Wands. You could be a woman. You're an inspiration. Whatever you're doing, your story. You could have had a movie on Lifetime or some type of series, or you were on something where people were like, "Wow." The men. It was one after another. It wasn't until, a few things came into my life, knowledge, wisdom, other people's experiences, that I realized that I was attracting this, even if I wasn't that person attracting that person. I was attracting it because I had problems with my dad. But it was like Stockholm syndrome. For this woman, her dad was her biggest abuser, but the love she had for him. So what does that do? That tells the universe, how dangerous is this? It tells the universe, these are the kinds of men that I love. Wow. Your story with that perspective, and I mean, what that does to you. I'm bound to this stepfather or this other male figure who, when I was a kid, you know what I mean? I don't know what happened as a kid. You were judged by this, oh God. And male, female, King of Cups. And I feel like he would knock you in front of men that you brought around. Yeah, and he did the same thing to your mom. So this guy was a drinker. I feel like your mom could have been the one that went to work eventually, and then I don't know, I feel like your mom didn't want anything to do with him and your family. He destroyed the family. So when you meet these men that come in and turn your life upside down, you feel right at home. Right, PU. Upsell. Yep. They try to upsell you. ANFM. Pam. MCKE and KE again. Is there a C, a CEE, or some Meek? I see Meek too. Pam and Meek. I know what that's about. Leave me alone. That's how I feel this week. You light up a room like a small bonfire. You do. Okay, so where are we at with this now? This was something that this one's doing for work is this thing with the abandonment issues, with the strength, and then this chaos or violence card with this other dude here, this hothead. This a hothead. And then you got the hothead with the drinker, whose mom, I guess the mom left. I think the mom left. You light up a room like a small bonfire and causes a amount of damage. So he's damaged, and what he sees now is, well, if you nurture me and you love me, then you're gonna eventually hurt me. This guy had his mom say nasty shit to him, or she would make. Oh my God. I don't know why. I don't. Do we? Have you ever done it? I don't know. I just can't see me doing it. I wouldn't just see the outcome of who I am. I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, my body wouldn't move like that. To take a child and make him think that you're gonna hold him or you're gonna give him something, and then remove him from that, like makes me want to take your life. Oh God, so your dad, for the woman, this male could have been like that, right? I don't even think you remember what your mom was like. There was so much focus on, it's just you and your dad. Like, the mom knew not to speak. She didn't get involved in things. She didn't defend you. You became your own defender, and in some way this dad respected it because he saw you as a protege. He didn't have a son. But then you became your own, and I think that's where this weird, I'll take credit for the things that people talk about that are good, that are swirling around, but something negative comes up. I don't want nothing to do with it. And he could have said this or made it known like that. This could be the drinker for medicinal reasons. Are you dealing with this guy now still? Okay. Oh man, this is bad attention now, and that was one of his mottos, right? Like, just don't bring bad attention, right? Isn't that's what he's doing now? This is a narcissist, clearly. I'm not saying I love somebody, but some of these are just, you take advantage of everything, and the one that hurts you the most is taking advantage of a woman who actually has love for certain men that other women just cannot. It's not just that you won't, you cannot, or you could. These are the karmic soul ties, soulmate, right? Marriage guys that you were married, from past lives. There's a thing that connects you. If we could see our etheric bodies and all of the plugs, ask them to show you. You would not believe it. Yeah, you said, I will not do it. Look at me. Look at this. Can you smell the respect, right? And they are not, you're too high caliber for them. But what happens is now, what happened if we incarnate over and over again, and now we're meeting these people that we have nothing but destruction with, to say finally to something else with feeling. Please remove this if this is keeping me stuck. Just with that's it. This is how we're going to interact. I'm telling you. Trust me. You figure out in your head, think it, and figure out what this is, so that the higher, they go by feeling, to understand there are levels in, but levels in alien species, tiers as well. The ones who get shit done go by feeling, which is dangerous, because they're the ones who, and then send it back down. What are we putting out and feeling? Yeah. You could say clear, remove, right? At the time, if you feel like you put something bad out there, test this shit and say to yourself, act like you're hitting that imaginary button. Is it remove, or whatever that is that may screw up this thing that I'm trying to keep tight, right? Why didn't I get tiles? Where are we? 30 minutes. Okay, good. And in the process, you wind up making a lifelong friend, a companion. Forget about what could be, and the value, and how much we forget what that one person can do for us in so many ways, big, small, even good and bad. Why isn't this the first thing that we're looking for? And do we have to look for it? Do we already have this? And we choose to look at something else that not nearly the same value as that. Yep. What this is for you. And just tell me a little bit about it. Yeah, that's what I would say. Don't even tell them what to write. Thank you, sir, as well. This would be WON, one. And yo. Yo, one, yo. I won, yo. What was this? Oh, please don't do that. Don't tell anybody that you won. No. Don't tell your own child. Some of you, you're in bad neighborhoods, and you deserved something. That kid is going to be used now. I'm telling you, tell that kid. This child is already involved in kiting. Yeah. No. I will. You'll know when that name was put out there. By me. That's their new thing now. They're gonna try and whatever this is, man. They go. You know what the beauty is for me? I'm the same fucking woman all day, every day. What you see is what you get. There's no. Well, but I got some mystery though, and that's what these men love the most. But when it comes to being consistent, so that they feel comfortable around a woman like me, and not like I'm trying to one up them or be stronger than them, that is what's I'm attracting right now. I like it. What is this? This is no pregnancy here. Don't want to get pregnant. Why is this? Oh yeah, this could be the woman where this is you drinking too. Like I see form-fitting clothes where you're bigger, and am I hurting you? I just want to make sure, even though when you were face first on my floor with black makeup running down on my floor, that's how much you were crying. I stepped over you to get wine first before even asking you on, but I want to make sure. I want to go out of our way to book a lunch, and I want to treat you, and I may even have you pick you up to say that I want to make sure that as your friend that you don't make this mistake, because it's so common in our life and the life we have for women to want to warn other women when things may go wrong publicly. Can we just be honest? Listen, and you can laugh at you get two sacred clowns, because there are some of you that you're in the presence of two Heyokas, and just both be that. Yeah, it's funny though. And then the other person goes, yeah, maybe. We don't even realize we're doing it though. I believe that, and when you say that I believe that more times than not, we are not even aware or conscious of the fact that we move this way or make these decisions for whatever reason. And that, when you walk away from that is a business. When you encounter someone like this, and it's authentic, it's genuine, because I can already feel that there is what is this? What is this? And it's a feeling, like I said, somebody, maybe nobody moved, but that's how they let some of us know that impulsively, this is what people do. They try to take on. Now, it would be different if people sat there. These are the ones who like wisdom over books. They got a Katan where that would be something I would be interested in taking on or right. And then basically knowing that if it's meant for you, you'll be put through some things that will strengthen it, bring it out, so that you can tell whether it feels comfortable for you or not. It's, yeah. I love that. And that's it for the drinks. So you have people who I don't owe you an explanation. Or some of you just kind of chilling there. I'm feeling that some people, you actually did retire. You were already retired, but you were still just kind of sitting in the same situation with this money sitting there. Like, I have my bills on auto pay, but I became on auto something. I became a part of this auto pay cycle where now everything is just like this, right? It's not going to swing in. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to let you know. I'm swaying back and forth. But this is auto pay. And this is my lights on a timer. Alexa, this is all that stuff. What happened? I have to break this somehow. I retired. Oh my God. I retired and I'm sitting here still watching old Law and Order SVU episodes. Rahovart. We know very little about this demon. He is mentioned in an undated book called Moralite. He is said to be a companion of Satan, and he carries a basket of souls, of curmudgeons. What is that? Curmudgeon. A crusty, ill-tempered, and usually old man. Well, Howarth's basket is said only to contain one type of soul is worth exploring. Murderers, liars, all manner of evil individuals seem worse than a surly person, but the fact is that we too often avoid and shun those who are grumpy, especially the elderly. Those angry individuals are often very lonely and harsh because they have years of practice of being alone and angry. I'm a nasty drunk then, right? But I don't bother anybody. I'm nasty to me. Why does this bother you so much? Focus on seeing past the harsh armor of age and experience. Many sharp or grumpy individuals are simply that way because life has taught them to expect the worst of others. Right, so they show the worst of themselves first. This is a self-sabotager that only sabotages things for themselves. Please tell me, how am I hurting you? Okay, I think we're good here. I don't want to get into, but this would be, don't explain. It's odd when people require an explanation and then when they don't need one. And whether we know we're doing this or not, if it's not recognized so that there could be some type of redirect, it could become harmful and detrimental, whatever you want to say, to friendships. That would be just, or any kind of relationship where it's good at that point. No, just acknowledgement of the little things so that it doesn't lead to bigger things, I guess, is the gist of this message. Bye.